Detailed calculations and pricing summary. When you are creating a building, there may be times when you want or need to have a deeper understanding of what calculations are being made by PostFrame Manager and what logic is driving those calculations. Maybe you're seeing a message in the pricing window that indicates a problem with pricing a particular component, like posts or trusses, for example. Having the ability to quickly view a pricing summary can also be an invaluable tool and time saver. PostFrame Manager makes it very easy to do. When you draw a building, you will notice that PostFrame Manager displays certain parameters of that building in the pricing window above the drawing grid. For example, the interior height as well as the span of the building is shown. Depending upon the parameters of the building you've drawn, after you have clicked the Calculate Price button above the drawing grid, you may also see a message such as Posts or Trusses Not Priced in that window. In this case, you will want to determine what condition of the building has resulted in your receiving this message. To do so, place your cursor within the confines of the pricing window and double-click your mouse. PostFrame Manager will open Windows Notepad, and a screen like this one will instantly appear, displaying a file labeled cprice.txt. Note that if you save the building file before doing so, the first line in this file will display the name given to the building. The first section of the file relates to the trusses that PostFrame Manager has selected for the building. In this case, the building has multiple wings, so the first section of the file relates to the first section of the building that was drawn. It is labeled Wing 1. You will note the requested truss part numbers, followed by the actual trusses that PostFrame Manager returned for the span, loadings, truss spacing, heel height, etc. that you specified. Line trusses first, followed by gable truss information. In this case, the returned trusses were not an exact match, as there were no trusses in the truss database that matched precisely. So PostFrame Manager selected trusses that most closely resembled those that were chosen, that meet or exceed the truss loading criteria you specified for this building and are therefore a close enough match. Next, you will see the chosen truss pricing information. At the bottom of this list is the subtotal cost of these trusses. Because this building features multiple wings, truss information for each wing is detailed, so we see similar information for each wing. The next section details post or column lumber selections. If the message of some posts not priced had appeared, you would see two consecutive lines indicating the post was not found in the database. These lines would tell you what size, length, and type, grade, and species of post was not found. If a slider door was placed in this building, slider door girts would appear in the next section. That is followed by roof purlin lumber. Next is roof ridge purlin lumber. Then lateral brace lumber, eave fascia lumber, exterior girt lumber, exterior splash lumber, roof ridge purlin lumber, lateral brace lumber, eave fascia lumber, girder lumber, wainscot nailer lumber. The next section deals with trim components such as ridge vents, closure material, roof edge, wainscot trim, base trim, and so forth. This section details the measurement for which the specified trim is being calculated, the available lengths of this trim from your trim data file, and the lengths and piece counts of the selected trim the program calculates to cover that measurement. Fastener information comes next. This is a summary of the counts of fasteners calculated per placement as discussed in the Developing Trim and Fasteners Packages instructional video. And that's followed by your labor calculation, which provides detailed calculation listings from the labor package you have set up and applied per the Customizing Your Labor Calculation and Accessing Customer-Specific Information instructional videos. At the bottom or end of this file, you will see the material subtotal price of the building, including any add-ons like your markup percentage, sales tax, labor charge, and so forth. The grand total price of the building is shown on the last line. These amounts are what make up the total that lands on your customer quote. This ends the detailed calculations and pricing summary instructional video.